Terrence Howard just exposed Diddy for trying to take his dignity. He also confirmed that he took Justin Bieber's. And honestly, I'm not surprised. He said that Diddy tried to quote-unquote set up acting.
I didn't understand Terrence Howard.
That shit hurt my feelings, man.
Because how could you say all of that?
Puffy invited me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while.
Not feel like crap about what happened to Bashir Gray.
Please step into Hollywood. It's no secret that many fall into dangerous traps, manipulated by powerful figures in the industry. We've seen it happen with Justin Bieber and Usher. And now, another name is emerging in these dark discussions. Bryshire Gray.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me always. Money coming in all day. Money coming in all paid. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just.
Hey y'all, welcome back to All Things Jenny. I'm Jenny. So we are outside today getting some sun. It's such a beautiful day. But today we're talking about Terrence Howard and the interview that he just did, talking about Diddy and a whole lot of craziness that's been going on. Let's get it.
Terrence Howard just exposed Diddy for trying to take his dignity. He also confirmed that he took Justin Bieber's. And honestly, I'm not surprised. He said that Diddy tried to quote-unquote set up acting lessons for him, but really, he was trying to take him for everything he had. He also confirmed that he for sure damaged Justin Bieber, and that the trauma that he caused that man, Justin probably will never be able to return from. He even went as far as to say that because of him denying Diddy, his career went down. He was blackballed from TV, blackballed from movies, no interviews, no opportunities, all because he wanted to keep his self-respect and dignity. Diddy legit had a room of 5 grown men breaking down in tears. I'm talking about day 26. What did Diddy do? To the point where honestly, I don't even want to know. This is beyond Diddy. This is the whole entire industry. I did a lot of videos on Blink Twice, basically saying that Slaughter King was Diddy, when really it's just theoretically speaking. Slaughter King represents a lot of men in the industry. Frida represents a lot of women in the industry. Look close to the people that hang around Diddy and how fast and well their careers took off, things begin to make sense. Meek Mill, Carisha. The sad truth is, there are victims that we'll never know about. I remember hearing a phone call from Diddy to one of his sons. I believe it was Quincy or Justin. But he was so slick with it. He was just like, get rid of the pizza boxes. This ain't even a conspiracy no more, because if you know, you know. As a people, it's about time that we stop idolizing these lunatics. I mean, the people that I just mentioned, a lot of them have no soul. And I'm not saying that to degrade them or talk down on them. It's just the truth. We are literally idolizing soulless entities, feeding them so much success that we will personally never see ourselves. The veil is lifting, and I am so here for it. I feel like Cat Williams was the one to first bring the cat out of the bag, but he called it, baby. The age of Aquarius, the year of truth, all that, yeah.
Hey, did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there, and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music, and he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit because the man card means everything.
So if you guys don't know who Terrence Howard is, which I'll be very surprised if you didn't, but Terrence Howard is from the show Empire. So on Empire, there's a gentleman on there, Bashar Gray, I think that was his name. But he was the younger son of Cookie and whatever lines. But anyways, so actually there's things that came out about how basically he was being mentored by Diddy and Will Smith, and this man basically ruined his whole career because there was some allegations that came out about him like using his girlfriend at the time or wife, and also there were some allegations of him really using hardcore drugs. And to me, a lot of people have been saying that, you know, because of the people who were mentoring him, and now that all these things are coming out about Diddy and also Will Smith, now we're starting to understand.
And Terrence Howard, good for you for not letting P. Diddy fuck on you. Like, I applaud you. I applaud for you even getting on the internet and saying that out loud to people, that he was trying to fuck on you. And a lot of people in the industry ain't gonna admit, like, they were still cool with P. Diddy, even males in this situation. They were still cool with him because they actually let P. Diddy fuck on him. They probably ain't gonna admit it, but they let him fuck on him, and they joined the parties, and they joined the rest of the things that was going on with him. And that's why a bunch of them silent. I just feel like it was very brave of you to get on here and tell the world your side of it, and you wasn't like one of the scary ones who just sat back and just let your little encounter, your little feel go on and not speak about it. Like, that takes a lot of strength, and I admire that, because a lot of people, they didn't have that encounter with P. Diddy, and they still just sitting back watching the headlines, shaking their head like, yeah, this happened to me, but I ain't gonna say nothing. But you had the boss to do it, and that's why I always respect you, man. Man, you my dog. Man, I like your realness. You kept it real, man.
I know it's crazy to me. People have been talking about Hollywood, the people in upper echelons, the biggie wigs, on this app for a minute. Nobody believed us. Everybody thought that this was all conspiracy theories, that we're just making this up. But when it's right in front of you, Terrence Howard just came out and he's literally talking about Hollywood. It ain't even about what he said about Diddy. A lot of people I don't believe him, all this stuff. It ain't even about what he said about Diddy. Go with me. So he talks about the Diddy parties, and he brings up how specific people in Hollywood manhood has been taken, specifically allegedly by the diddler. He goes on to talk about Puffy's parties. He said that people have done things that they thought that there was no consequences to. And all of this is alleged because we don't know, none of us was there, we can only assume. Then he goes on to talk about how people are pimped out by their own desire. People, we have been telling y'all this for a very long time, but now it's coming to the light. He goes on to say that women that trade their bodies to get the role in Hollywood. He goes on to say that when they get done, they do not have the soul that they started with. He talks about how people get these Oscars, they get the Nobel Prizes, they get all these awards, but they do not have their soul. This is what he said. Now, I know he talked about how the diddler tried to do him, but I wasn't even concerned about that, because how many people have been saying this? How many lawsuits this man got? At this point, if y'all don't believe that, I don't know what to tell y'all. So he goes on to talk about how people trade their integrity for the things that they want and they desire. So he says he got invited by Puffy to do some coaching him on acting, and that he was just staring at him weird. He goes on to say that his assistant pointed it out, was like, ooh, I think he like you. Seriousness, he goes on to mention certain things, like a number of producers have made the approach to him. And that makes so much sense, because if you really look at Terrence Howard's career, he hasn't had any Oscars, he hasn't had any awards. You would think that even the movies that he played in, that he would be a lot more bigger than where he already is. Not that he's not great or anything like that, but he would have so many more roles. And he goes on to talk about, that's why I won't compromise. That's why I won't do this. I won't do that. He really laid down the whole tea in this interview. The Bible says in Matthew 16:26, for what is it to a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? Y'all thought we was making this up when we began to talk about people literally giving their souls over to Satan for fame and fortune. I told y'all in the wilderness, when Jesus went to the wilderness, he offered Jesus all of this stuff. If you would do this, then I will give you this. Jesus was like, sir, are you kidding me? Amazing to me that in this hour you have so many celebrities that are coming forward and just the truth is being completely exposed. Like in years prior to this, we would never have seen interviews or people exposing the darkness that is of this world, literally. I'm not going to agree with me, but a lot of what Kanye is doing, he is literally, there is an undertone of him exposing. I think a lot of what we see with Kanye, he is rebelling against the biggie wigs, the elect, okay? It is a form of rebellion. Like certain things that he is wearing and things of that nature, people think he is antagonizing a certain group of people, but he's literally, it's almost like reverse psychology that he's doing. And a lot of people are not catching it. I just never wanted to say nothing about it because y'all really think, and then you have to look. The media has created this whole notion that this man is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, okay? And not only just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but you have his ex-wife, okay, who is a allegedly known scammer, okay? Stole from Brandy. Her whole mission is to get the money. Tried to put him on a conservatory. She is the first one that started saying that this man is back crazy out of his mind. At the end of the day, he got his issues, he got his woes, he got his stuff, okay? But a lot of this stuff, he is rebel. When that contract and what Diddys happened, that was his disconnect. He gave up everything. He was like, I'm good, because that's what it takes to get from up under the people of the world. Let's just call them the people of the world. The thing about it, if you really look at it, Terrence don't have no reason to lie. What he lying for? He ain't out here trying to get every role. He doing the capacity he can do, and he ain't trying to do no more because he ain't trying to sell his soul. He has no reason to lie, especially he ain't got no reason to lie about somebody who's already locked up in jail. I'm not saying it's true. Allegedly, this whole video. But there is, if everybody's saying, and one thing my grandma used to tell me, if everybody's saying, there is some truth to it. May not be all true, but there's something about these stories, or the story is true.
So of course Jaguar Wright had something to say when after she saw the interview with Terrence Howard saying the whole thing about Diddy. She's basically saying that how come he did not help Bashar Gray when he was going through the same situation, which then in turn ruined his career, because we haven't heard from him ever since the whole Empire thing, because he was big during the Empire time. But I remember when Jaguar Wright basically was saying that that young man was being used at the Dwayne Wade house allegedly, and also being mentored by Diddy and Will Smith. They were taking advantage of him allegedly. So in my opinion, when she said that, I can understand why she would say that, because if you already know how Diddy is and you're working with this young man, he's new in the industry, you could have given him a nudge, and maybe he did. We don't know that. Maybe he did. But you know, when you're fresh, you're getting all these opportunities.
I didn't understand Terrence Howard.
Had left their house screaming to get away from them and their mentorship. Bashir Gray.
Have you ever met Diddy? Yeah. Okay. Did he ask you to party?
Like, everybody wants to be successful in a celebrity and stuff like that, but it comes with, sometimes, and that's the only thing that I hate about it.
When young celebrities step into Hollywood, it's no secret that many fall into dangerous traps, manipulated by powerful figures in the industry. We've seen it happen with Justin Bieber and Usher, and now, another name is emerging in these dark discussions: Brycia Gray. Jaguar Wright, the outspoken industry insider who has been exposing Hollywood's dirtiest secrets, has now turned her focus to Brycia Gray, and her revelations will blow your mind. Brycia Gray, widely known as Yaz the Greatest, skyrocketed to fame for playing Hakeem Lyon in the hit Fox series Empire from 2015 to 2020. His talent was undeniable, and he quickly became a fan favorite, embodying the role of a young, rebellious rapper with major star power. Apart from Empire, he even took on the role of Michael Bivins in BET's The New Edition story, further proving his acting and musical abilities.
Why are you sitting in my seat?
So this whole time, that's what you were doing.
What are you talking about,
What
man?
you mean what I'm talking about? You know I date Mary.
She's my producer.
Have a girlfriend?
You know?
They had to prick your blood to get in. I said, oh no, I'm good. Everyone else went, I called my Uber and left. Like, that's the shit where I think they be trying to get you. And like, if it's like you gotta think about it, people move to LA for a dream. They chasing money, fame, clout, whatever. So you gotta think about it, somebody, like a young girl that's trying to get on, that just moved out there, she gon', oh hell yeah, better throw it in there. You don't know who else in it. Like, connections. Me, I'm good. Like, that shit gonna come naturally. I don't gotta prick my finger, take my blood to get into a party. If it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. I'm not finna do something like that.
Hakeem Lyons on the hit series Empire that used to be on Fox. Jussie Smollett, Terrence Howard, Taraji Henson, y'all remember. Well, he's been going through legal trouble since the ending of that show. There's a lot to the story. Let's talk about it. So recently, he was arrested in Florida for trespassing. They gave him a bond of $150, which just gives me, you were out on the street, bum on the street, and they just wanted to get you off, so they sent you to jail. Now, he has experienced legal trouble before, but look at this picture and compare it to the one I just showed you. Something is really, really, really going on. The first bout of legal trouble that we saw was in 2020. He got arrested for assaulting his girlfriend. He got into an altercation with his girlfriend. It was given domestic violence and battery. He ended up posting bail and getting 3 years probation for that. That was like the downward spiral of his behavior and the beginning of his blackballing. This all happened in Arizona, and it resulted in this lady getting dragged out by her hair. When she called the police, she was concerned for her safety, and then this is the mugshot after that. Now, it wasn't as bad as the first one, but it definitely looks like we're going on a dark path ever since here. Nobody was able to intervene because at that time, everything was about Jussie Smollett. Now, as of recently, the only time I've seen Bashir in the news is they say he got an OnlyFans. Now, I don't know what he's doing over there, but I think he might be throwing peen, allegedly. And it's, you know, it's really kind of dirty over there in his OnlyFans. I'm not going to pay to see what he got going on, but they say he got some freaky stuff going on, which to me indicates a lack of money, a lack of job, a lack of funds. Now, not only with the Jussie Smollett situation would he have affected career, the strike. Do you guys just remember what we went through in Hollywood with the writer's strike? The actors were having a hard time. You know, Billy Porter was losing homes. People, especially black actors that weren't the multi-million-dollar makers, were having a really hard time with their bills. And he just was affected by that. It's been so many downward spirals to hit this young man's career. And I'm sad for him. I really want Tyler Perry to grab him and throw him into Divorce in the Black. But with Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels having a relationship, Lord knows what Tyler Perry knows. You know, look at that picture. Something is really, really going on here. And this looks like a man who's broken, completely on drugs. You know, you're selling your body. You look like you're doing harsh drugs. Because even, I'm going to show you the up close of that picture again. Them cuts on the lip tell me everything I need to know. It looks like he's fighting at life. You know, there's something really going on, and I want us to not be laughing at Bashir Gray. I want us to not only take heed to his story, I want to go try to get him some help. Somebody reach out and try to help this young man, dust him off, and let's get him back out there. Hakeem Lyons is not the only role he played. Remember, he played in the New Edition movie. He is a good actor, and he's worth dusting off and cleaning up and getting back at it.
So I can't really say that what happened during the time he was being mentored is the reason why he fell from grace and he went through all of these things, but he definitely saw, and he definitely went and he saw, and maybe, you know, the money sounded good to him and he thought it was worth it, you know, so he decided to do that. Or maybe he already had problems way before he was introduced to that, but I wouldn't be surprised if that had some parts to play in it, you know, because even with the whole Justin Bieber situation, yes, Justin was young, fresh and all that, but where was his mom? Where were his parents? Because at the end of the day, I understand, like, you know, it's Diddy and you want him to be popular and you want him to be around the people who are popular at the time, but you have to also know that you are the parent. You should try to be there with your kids and not send him off to Diddy flavor camp at 16 years old.
I made a video a couple days ago about Brashear Gray, and one of his family members reached out to me and asked me if I could make another video going further into detail, and I don't mind. I absolutely don't mind. One of my followers asked me like some days ago to speak about the Brashear situation, and first of all, like I said, if it's gonna be that graphic, y'all have to give me a disclaimer, because asking me to go check out his ex account and it was very graphic. I don't encourage none of y'all to go to it. Brashear Gray is on there doing a whole lot of stuff, and it was too much for me, so I know it's gonna be too much for y'all. What I will say is this. You know, I see that people are joking, they making light of the situation, and, you know, I don't mind to talk about it. One of his cousins asked me would I speak about it. What we need to do most is pray for him. Brashear has turned against God. And I'm not coming on here to preach religion, because whatever God may be for you, whether you're Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, whatever God is for you, Brashear needs to find God. In whatever religion or form he finds God in, whatever makes him understand and value himself, because what we are seeing, he's using how he's acting now, that's rebellion. And that's his way of coping with something traumatic that has happened to him. Normally, when somebody goes through something traumatic, they start rebelling in that form. Maybe not to that extreme, but the best thing that we can do for Brashear Gray is just to pray for him. Pray that he returns to God. And we're not saying that because he desires men. You can desire men, but at the same time, respect yourself. Don't be, you know, all on the internet doing the things that you're doing because you have family that cares about you. I'm not sure if he's a father, but if he has children, I'm pretty sure that they care about him. You know, at some point, you're going to have to return back to God. Put God in your life, and you could probably turn your life around, because what you are doing is disrespectful to yourself. We know you're grown. You can do what you want to do, but there's a way to do it, love. There's a way to do it, okay? And I'm telling you, you're playing a very dangerous game. All these random men, you just letting them do whatever with you, you doing whatever with them. Well, that you going down a dark road. You are. And by the time you realize what you've done and the error of your ways, it's going to be too late. Turn around now, okay? And saying all of that, I hope that one of these directors step in and give Brashear, you know, some acting gigs. Give him good, honest jobs, or find a good, honest job for him so he don't have to resort to doing that, because the whole internet is laughing at him. The black community is laughing at Brashear when we need to be coming together, praying for him, praying for his recovery, praying that he gets out of that situation so that he can, you know, get some better acting gigs and get his life back on track, because he has gone completely astray. So that's my response to the cousin that reached out to me. Thank you for reaching out, number one. And I'm not going to give up praying for him. I'm not. I don't know about everybody else, but you know, at least he has a prayer for me.
Everyone in Hollywood has to be shaking in their boots right now. Jaguar Wright just won a Freedom Fighter Award from the government. You can't tell me something's not getting ready to come down pipelines. Like, this is actually pretty big. Hollywood, I would be scared. One of Diddy's attorneys quit this morning. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think Diddy's cooked. I thought he was cooked before, but the fact that Jaguar Wright won a Freedom Fighter Award, y'all, something is getting ready to come down the pipelines, and I think it's gonna be bad. I think it's gonna be real bad. Am I the only one that thinks this? Tap in, y'all, because I can't be the only one that thinks this. There's no way I'm the only one that thinks this.
My people, what you're seeing is Terrence Howard's working model of his virtual reality patent, live in action, made over 9 years ago, because this is when he posted it. In 2015, said that there's enough energy in here, 1.21 gigawatts, to be able to time travel back to 1955. Now in this clip, we have another one of Terrence Howard's inventions, which he calls the linchpin, as you can see, right above me. Now this has a propulsion system that doesn't give off any heat or sound. Doesn't that sound familiar? Kind of like the UFOs that they describe of today. And it can even change directions and flip over without losing speed and disappear in the snap of a finger. Now, as you can see, someone called Terrence Howard's inventions futuristic, but I'm a firm believer that there's nothing new under the sun, and anything you can think of has already been done. It's just that we are now remembering. Enter the new age, baby. New sun. We getting all of our information back. Shout out to my ancestors, because I know ancient technology when I see it. Leave in the comments below. Peace and one love.
Hey guys, I'm Jenny and this is Shameless Plug. So I want to tell you guys about my Crown of Success manifestation book with easy, simple rituals and spells to manifest a life of abundance in your life. And those spells are so easy, even a child can do it. So this book is filled with different spells that I've learned over the years from my family, passed down from grandma and everything. And also those are spells that I've actually tried and I know that they work. So this book not only teach you step by step on the things that you can do that are so easy that a child can do it, but it tells you like the proper moon phase to use, alchemy, manifesting with numbers, numerology, and also the days of the week that best fit for this particular spell. So it tells you the timing of when to practice the spell, the days of the week, the moon phase. It shows you all the colors of the candles that you should be using and different planets. So for example, I show you like planet Jupiter is for Thursdays and the hours of the days that you should be doing the spell. So this is an easy road opener spell. So I know a lot of people like to do like different spell work, but if your roads are blocked, of course your spells are not going to work. So it's good to unblock yourself first and then start using the spell, especially with the new years and the new days to come. And also I have some amazing spells in here. This is a powerful quick money spell, so if you're in a bind for some money and you're just trying to get some money. And I even have some easy, powerful spell to win Game of Chance. So if you are a gambler, now I don't promote gambling, but if you are a gambler and you're just trying to make some money and trying to make sure you win, these spells will definitely help you. It tells you the best days to do it. So it says the best days to perform this spell is on a Thursday, Jupiter day. Jupiter is the planet of good fortune, luck, and expansion. Jupiter is the best day to perform spells that boost luck and increase your chance of success in any game of chance or any money spell, period. It has a list of so many spells that you can incorporate in your life with this new year to bring prosperity. And I even put some bonus spells on here, which for Saturday is a day to do like protection work. So I have a spell for like send back to senders. So I put some bonus spells on here, and then a protection with Archangel Michael. So there's so many spells on here. Removing the evil eye spell, so you can remove evil eye in your money and also in your everyday life. New Year home blessing spell, and I know it's been a few days since the new year started, but you can always do a home blessing spell any days of the week as long as you need it, you could do it. So anyways, guys, this is my book. It's called Crown of Success by Jenny, and it's available on Amazon, the ebook and also the physical copying. So please grab a copy if you're interested in supporting this channel. This is a way to support the channel and to support me as well for putting out, you know, content every day for you guys. So enjoy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this book, and I hope you go and grab your copy, whether it's the ebook or the physical copy. I say have a physical copy, but it's really up to how much, you know, your wallet and what you can afford. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Mwah. This is a shameless plug, so just check out my channel, okay? Love you guys. Mwah.